Welcome back to the channel. Monica Lube here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading for the month of March. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. Capricorn, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so Capricorn, your challenge here is the King of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? So your biggest challenge for the month of March is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, as we can see here in this depiction, we see that there's, it looks like there's some cheetahs or leopards on this person's head. So the King of Swords in this instance is all about, being in one's head, and that may be very challenging for you, especially because your thoughts could be, troubling you in regards to something. So we're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like you were really enthusiastic about something here in the past. You may have planned to move into a new direction. You may have planned to maybe take a trip or travel here in the past. I do get a sense here that there was this on and off energy between you and a particular person that you were dealing with. So, at some times or at some points, everything was fine, everything was great, and at other points, they weren't. Okay, we're going to find out more about this for you when we clarify. Now, in the present moment, you have the Three of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is all about really painful endings. It's about things that are outside of our control. It's about things that lead us to a place of rock bottom. So I feel like in the present moment, there's a very isolating energy here that something is coming to an end or something is over, okay? And with the Three of Cups, for some of you, you may be celebrating this. You may be saying, yes, I'm glad that I'm freeing myself from this, as painful as it may be. I'm just glad I'm releasing myself. Others of you may be in a different mind frame, okay? Especially if someone ghosted you or left you, okay? And we're going to talk more about this and why this is happening and what you need to know in a moment. In the near future, you have the Four of Cups, the Tower, and the Empress. So in the near future, I'm really getting here that something in your life, okay? Again, person, place, or thing. I always say person, place, or thing because it can apply to you differently. It's about how you apply the messages to therefore get the answers that you need. With the Tower and the Four of Cups here, it's very evident here something isn't working anymore. It's very evident that something is not consistent. Someone here is not emotionally invested, and it does lead to a Tower moment. But what a lot of you may not realize in the near future with the Empress is that you're growing from this. You're growing from this. You're becoming a better person because of this. And you may not see it now, but you will understand why this is happening in the future. And we're going to talk more about that in a moment. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. There's a lack of passion here. Someone here has checked out. They're not investing anymore into this, passionately, maybe the way they were before. And the Knight of Pentacles underneath that is showing up as well. So someone here is not, they're pulling back very quickly. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing. So we're going to see how this ties into your, we're going to see how this ties into your relationship, because for many of you, this is about a relationship. We're going to see how this ties into your reading, okay? So let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's clarify the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Tower, and the Nine of Pentacles. Your biggest challenge, Capricorn, has a lot to do with the thoughts that have been swimming in your mind, okay? What you've been thinking about, what you've been going through. And in the present moment, Capricorn, you're going through a tower moment, okay? Your life, there's an aspect of your life, and it could be, you know, your freedom. It could be your happiness. It could be your ability to rely on someone. It could be financial. Something here is breaking down. It's not stable anymore. It was never really built on a solid foundation, and that's why there's a lot of, you know, thoughts in your mind that are swirling around. Well, you know, I thought I was going to be happy with this person forever. I thought I can rely on this person forever. One of your biggest challenges here, and I did mention this in the previous reading that I did for you, is you're learning how to become the Nine of Pentacles. So you can go look up online what the Nine of Pentacles is. I'm going to tell you briefly what it means. It's about someone being self-reliant, being able to live a happy life without someone else, without relying on someone else to give them that happiness that they need. So what you're learning now, especially during this transition from Saturn moving from Aquarius to Pisces, and we've, you know, Saturn's moved into Pisces now, so it feels different. Your world feels different. Your life feels different. Everything feels different because what you're learning here is you're learning how to elevate yourself to that next level. And one of the things that may be challenging for you is you may have felt comfortable in something that you were doing before that is not feeling comfortable anymore. So in order for you to get back to this place of not being worried and in stress and getting back to this place of being happy, okay, there's a need for you to find that happiness within yourself instead of going and finding it outside of yourself. Because when we start to rely on other people to bring that type of happiness we're looking for within ourselves, we end up finding ourselves disappointed. And that's what the Tower represents. The Tower represents a disappointment because at one point we thought it was very stable and it turns out that it wasn't. Okay. And again, this could be applied to any situation in your life depending on what's bothering you at this time. And that's going to be your biggest challenge. Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Page of Wands in the recent past. So the Page of Wands is clarified by the Fool. You have the Three of Pentacles and you have the Knight of Wands. So in the recent past, I'm really strongly getting that you met someone. It looked like you and this person had very common interests. You may have collaborated on, you know, a few projects together here in the past. It was a huge leap of faith for you in the past. It's like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I can take this risk, but you did anyways. And during this time in the past, when you started to take this risk, there was something that was inconsistent here, okay? And I feel like this was part of the relationship. Someone here may have kept their options open, or it felt like this person was keeping their options open. The Queen of Swords is telling me that somebody here in the past started to become more logical instead of emotional. So the emotion started to fluctuate. The logic started to take over, okay, in the past. And this could be the reason why right now in the present moment, what you're dealing with is this big challenge that you're facing. Okay, so in the past, things started to dwindle or change. Now, in the present moment, it looks like someone here is leaving. They're abandoning you or disconnecting from you, or you're abandoning them and disconnecting because you feel deep down inside of yourself, Capricorn, it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. So let's talk about this Tower moment, this Ten of Swords in the present moment for you. Why is it here? What does Capricorn need to know? You have the Chariot, you have the Six of Cups, and you have the Devil. In the present moment, the reason why something here is coming to an end is a couple of things. The first thing here is something's toxic. It's not healthy anymore. It could be a lifestyle that you're living. It could be the fact that you are in a connection with someone and you're not legally married, or you're just kind of floating with this person. It could be drugs, alcohol, sex addictions. Something here connected to your past, some trauma, is starting to come up to the surface. And as much as you want to move forward, it's stopping you from moving forward because there's something in the present moment that is happening that is connected to your past that you need to confront. And this is the hardest thing, right? Because a lot of us don't want to see something for what it is. We just want to, you know, again, sweep it under the rug and pretend it's not there. And that's what creates this abandoning issue, this abandoning situation. It's like, oh, you see, this is what someone did to me in the past and it's happening again. No, it's trying to teach you something. And that's why your last reading that I did for you, I said, you have a choice. You can look at this as a bad thing, or you can look and see where the opportunity is. And if you look and see where the opportunity is, you'll see how you can overcome this situation a lot faster than maybe you think in the present moment. So why is the Five of Pentacles here? You have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. The reason why someone's leaving the relationship, okay, or why you're leaving, is because there's a lot of uncertainty about this connection. There's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the level of emotions and the level of security. In a relationship, okay, if you're a mature person, okay, I'm not talking about people who are young and just dating. I'm talking about people who seriously want a relationship and they seriously want to be with someone, you know, for their life. You have to get clear on what you want. If you don't know what you want in a relationship and you're just kind of going with the flow, then it leaves people feeling insecure. And that is why someone's turning their back on you, Capricorn, right now. Or that could be the reason why you're turning your back on someone right now, because there's a lot of illusions when it comes to, you know, what's going to happen in the future. How do we see this relationship going? What are our plans? What is going to happen and take place for us moving forward? Okay. So you can celebrate this as an opportunity, the Three of Cups. Some of you want to get back together with someone. Is it possible? Absolutely. But are you seeing why something is happening here, or are you just being a victim? Okay. And I mean that in the most nicest way, because I'm here to help. I'm not here to put you down. I'm here to help you, okay? So you have the Knight of Cups, you have the Star, and you have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like, remember how I was saying the future, and there's a star right at the top of your reading. It's like someone is willing to be with you and have this with you if, you know, you're really recognizing how you need to also be investing into this and doing what you need to do as your part. Right? So, you know, in the present moment, is there a possibility of reconciliation? Absolutely. But there's a lot of issues that need to be confronted and dealt with. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing in the present moment. Now, in the near future, it gets even more intense. Okay. The intensity of something starts to become more. Tell me more about the Tower in the near future for Capricorn. Yeah. So you see there's that decision, right? So someone here in the near future is really hurt. They're really hurt over something that happened within the connection, a third party situation. Somebody cheated or lied. You know, and again, cheating and lying, everybody looks at cheating and lying differently. Okay. So I'm not going to get into that, but in the near future, somebody here's hurt. And that's what's created the Tower moment. And based on the decision that you make, or based on the decision that this person makes, is going to determine how well you move on from this. But somebody here acts like they're not interested in the near future. King of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Sun. A lot of you are freeing yourself from something here that's been really difficult. You're freeing yourself from something that's outside of your control. You're freeing yourself from something here that's become burdensome. And I think one of the things that you are going to realize in the near future, Capricorn, when someone doesn't want you and they show you they don't want you and they reject you, there's a reason why they're doing that. People don't just reject people for no reason. It could be maybe because of the way you look. It could be the way you're contributing to a relationship. It could be the fact that you and your person don't have enough time together. It could be a number of factors. But I think one of the things that you're being called to look at right now is how are you playing a role in this situation, and why is it happening the way it's happening, and what can you do that's in your control to change it so that it can be better. And that's why the Nine of Pentacles is here, because Spirit is saying your challenge here is to ask yourself how you're going to stand on your own 2 feet, instead of relying on someone else to do that for you. And that's why your reading ends off with the Empress, because the Empress is an energy of growth. She's all about going through the trials, the tribulations, the pain of labor, the pain of being nurturing and not really getting any nurturing back. You're growing, you're learning something here. And a lot of you are learning self-reliance. That's a big, big lesson right now, especially because your ruler Saturn is at the end of its cycle. It's very karmic as well. So there could be a lot of karma here as well that's showing up. You have the Page of Wands, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. So eventually you are intuitively going to move into a new direction. Some of you are going to meet someone new. This could be someone here who's very passionate, very interested in your ideas, very interested in your ideas, okay? But in order for you to get to this new level, there's a need for you to be open to that. There's a need for you to be open to growth, being open to accepting when something is over and done, okay? So let's get some advice. You have the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and you have the Fool. Your biggest piece of advice here is to step outside of your comfort zone. A lot of you are in a place where you're comfortable, and now it's time to grow. Use the things that you're passionate about. Use the things that interest you. Use the things that your skills and the things that you're capable of accomplishing. Don't be afraid to step outside of that comfort zone. Travel, go and see what your options are, because part of what you may not realize is your stability comes from recognizing experiences. The more experiences you go through and the more risks you're willing to take to get to that position, the more likely you're going to learn faster and get to the place of stability that you're looking for. If you're constantly in the same place, Capricorn, and you're working only on one thing and you're focused only on one thing and you're not keeping your options open, then you don't really learn anything. And what ends up happening is you stagnate. Okay. And in order for you to elevate yourself, there's a need for you to step outside of that comfort zone. And that is your biggest piece of advice in the month of March. Okay. So Capricorn, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.